welcome to the Huddle podcast, week 5 in the NFL. Mr. J Daddy himself, fins up, baby, and Mr. Frank the Tank. How are you doing today, my good sir?
I'm feeling all right. Um, Feeling a little bit better than last week. I'll tell you that much. Um,
We were out 2 weeks because of certain situations and unfortunate circumstances. I've been sick for almost a week. Yesterday and today probably been my best day that I've
that's
felt
good.
good, and it's just that time of the year. But also,
Oh
you
yeah,
you got stuff going on, I got stuff going on, so now we're back at it. 2 week break.
2 week break. Everybody is entitled to a nice little separation, but we did miss y'all, and we are back. But then we'll have to be gone again next week because I'll be out of the country. So
But we might be able to talk to the Steagles podcast. If Joey's not available, then I've also reached out to them. Check them out on YouTube. They are nothing but Eagles, Steelers, and all NFL talk. They're really good vibes. They have really good discussions, really good fan base. Check them out on YouTube as well. But how I got to get into it because, like I said, you know more about your team than I do, of course. What happened last week?
well, luckily I did not watch the game.
Is
I
that a
was
good thing or a bad thing?
I was keeping tabs on it. I was at a Renaissance festival, which, by the way, if you haven't been, you need to go. It's very fun.
My wife says absolutely not. I talked to her about it last
Really?
week.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's so good. Um,
my buddy, the my streamer friend, the judge,
y- yeah.
he went to one last week as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See, that's the first time I've ever been. I thoroughly enjoy those.
and
Very good entertainment.
I think they
Drink out of a grog.
they they don't get paid enough if they do get paid at all. Let me tell you that because
That is true.
they have to act for a very long time, and it's a lot of effort and consistency.
That is true. The Dolphins, to go back to your little thing, they acted different last week. I'll tell you that much. It started out okay, actually, because it was 14-14 at one time, and then I guess Buffalo just blew it away from there. I looked back down like 5 minutes later, it was like 20-14. I'm just like, my video just messed up. Hold on. That's true.
Or I could
And
just leave it just for the joke.
what I was saying, that's why you didn't see it, because I put on the glasses because we have Sunday football early, right?
Hey,
Right?
oh my God, you're crazy.
Right? Come
You're
on.
crazy, dude. This man is wild.
Well, who we got? We got the Jags and Bills, right?
Yes, and it is a 5.5 spread of the Bills.
I'm taking the Jags in this one, to be honest, just because I
Really?
hate the Bills. No. I think Lawrence. I think he'll get it together. I think he will. It's been kind of rough for the Jags, to be honest. They're 2-2. Um, I expect them to be a little bit better, at least 3-1, 4-0.
Trying to find that little more consistency, probably.
Yeah, it seems like there's not that much hype as there was last year surrounding Duval. But I think Lawrence will get it together. I think the offense will step up.
They could still
And
finish the season pretty well too with their
I think
schedule.
they, I think they will. Um,
I mean, I think they were another team last year. Like we always talk about it, or we have said it before. The real teams don't show up till like November, December. That's when it gets crunch time and teams
you're
start to
right.
get hot. They show um their real teamwork, I guess, is what I want to
Oh
say.
yeah,
When a lot of teams start to get hot that weren't maybe in the beginning or it just looked different in the beginning of the year, it's still early. It's only week 5. I mean, um, I always use an example as the Broncos with Kyle Orton and
oh God,
Was it Kyle Shanahan? They went 8 and
yeah,
0
yeah,
that one year, and then they ended 8 and 8. So I mean,
yeah. You're right.
you can really start really good in the beginning and still suck at the end, and that's when I say it doesn't really matter till like November hits. That's when it's like really You're seeing the teams are finally back into their groove of playing football again. It's not
Oh
preseason
yeah.
anymore. The first month or two is out of the way, bye week, whatever it may be. The main injuries usually. But yeah,
Um,
the Jags, I'll agree with you. I could see them beating the Bills today. I think it's going to be a closer game. I'm not going to
I
lie.
agree.
I thought last week's game was boring. The Jags and
Wait,
Falcons.
that's what I was going to ask. Did you watch the Toy Story version?
I did watch the Toy Story version.
I haven't caught it yet.
My father-in-law came over and was like, "Yeah, they were using the Toy Story version on Disney Plus," and I was like, "Oh, okay, let me check it out. It's actually pretty cool
Is it really?
because yeah, it's exactly how it is. It's an AI
What, like
generated.
based on the game?
Yes, the game is live,
Exact same
and
stuff,
it is exact same stuff. So think of backyard football. The game,
bro.
it looks like that,
Yes.
and then they're
Yeah.
adding Toy
Okay.
Story like stuff in the mix, and
That's
the
awesome.
announcers are AI generated as well. And they're also adding like certain like trivia questions in between for the football stuff. So I'm like, bro, why don't they do this on regular games?
That's
I love
brilliant.
this.
No shit.
Like I love that. I want to learn more about football.
Exactly.
So I think it was actually very well, and it gets the kids
It's
involved.
I was just gonna write. It's kind of educational too,
Yeah,
if that's the case.
that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the younger generation more involved in a good way. And I saw a meme on there. It was like perfect for me. It's the dads are thanking NFL this week for putting Toy Story in the football because their kids are watching it with them.
That's
It was
so
like
true.
the kids are on the father and they're all at the TV screen
Oh
watching it
wait,
at 9:30 a.m.
did you have baby Tank watching it with you?
I did. He actually liked it. That's what I'm saying. Like it appeals
That's
to them.
awesome.
It's the colors and the toys. But let me get into so before I get into the Eagles because I got a lot of shit to talk about them.
Please.
How are you feeling about this week facing the Giants coming back from your first loss?
I think it, like you said, it was a wake up call. I think we're going to turn it around. I know my uncle, who's a big Lions fan, actually going to the Lions Panthers game today.
Ooh,
He actually mentioned to me that there's three offensive linemen or defensive linemen out for the Giants.
oh God, oh
Um,
my God.
I listen. I posted a tweet last night. I said if the Dolphins lose to the Giants, I will shave my head. I am that confident we come back. But I'm not going to lie, we might drop 50.
Are
We
you
might
guys?
drop 50.
Do you think that 1 week against the Broncos made you guys too confident
I don't think so.
because of how high scored it was?
Stop us, which the Bills did. So I mean, it was the Broncos. Well, okay, but we beat the Chargers in a duel. Okay, that actually makes me happy though, because if our defense cannot step up, you got Tua, you got Reek, you got Waddle, you
Waddle's
got
back.
Achan,
Waddle was
Waddle's
out
back.
last. He was out the last 2 weeks, I think.
Yep.
I just traded him in fantasy, so
Oh, that well, yep.
hey, I got David Montgomery and DK Metcalf.
He is balling out right now for Detroit,
Yeah, so
Montgomery.
and Jameer Gibbs is out.
But yeah,
He's out
but
today.
but
So
I mean, fall. I think we beat the Giants pretty big today. I'm going. We might score 50, but final score 49-10.
oh my God, that's
49-10.
crazy.
I'm telling you, you will get a text. It is 49-7, and the Giants score that field goal at the end.
I think you guys will win by 20.
Okay. If you were about to say you guys will win 2017, I would probably have to disconnect.
No, but so do you still feel I mean, you already did your Dolphins predictions schedule.
I had them losing to the Bills, I think.
Yeah, you did say
Wait, no, I didn't. Did I? I can't
yeah,
remember.
you said because it's a division game. You had them. It's a division game, right? Am I
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
here?
yeah.
Okay. Um,
I think
you
I
know,
had them losing.
yeah, you had them losing one, just like I had them. The Eagles losing one to the
Yeah,
Cowboys, because it's a division game, man. It's like you
exactly.
said, it's tougher, and it's just down to the last snap, basically, sometimes with some of these division rivalries. But do you still feel like going into week 5, this is the same for your prediction for the Dolphins? Are you still as confident? Are you worried more? What are you thinking by week 5 right now? How are you feeling right now? Are you the same as week 1?
It's what honestly, it's gonna sound like a basic answer, but it's probably the same, if not a little bit more. Um, I didn't know how, like, I knew how explosive the offense would be, but after watching the Broncos game, like, if you don't, like, obviously the Bills, like you said, division game, they studied the whole week on defense.
Yeah, they focused on containing Tua basically.
Exactly. And like, if you don't find a defense like study, like you said, contain, they're going to drop over 30 points on you. So I'm as if I'm at the same or more. So I'm feeling very confident heading in toward the end of the first half of the season.
Did you guys know, like, your team pass defense is along with the Eagles? They have probably one of the worst pass defenses right now.
I listen.
They have the Eagles and the Dolphins are ranked 20. I think the Eagles are 23rd and the Dolphins are ranked 24th in pass defense right now.
I didn't realize, like, I didn't think it would be that bad because we had Vic. I've been preaching to you about Vic, and he just gives up 48 soundly
Right.
last week. I think the defense will step up. We're not healthy yet on defense, which is my thing. We had to
Right.
sign Apple. Needham is out. Phillips is dealing with an injury here and there. Um, and then Chubb's not doing what I thought he'd do.
Right.
They're not, at least last week, they did not do well trying to get to Allen. And that's the credit to the Bills O line. Um, but enough about the Dolphins. I know you have a few words you want to say about your boys last week. Who, by the
So
way, before we get into it, I definitely thought Washington was going to go for two.
I did too. They said that was they really keep saying they still talk about it. They think that's why they lost.
My wife turned to me because we were watching the game at a Chili's, and they had it on, and they're like, and she's just turned to me, and she's like, "Do you think Frankie will be pissed if Washington goes for two?" I'm like, "That's brilliant. They really should go for two."
So they
What are you
for one
feeling?
I mean, what every time they were playing good, but every time where it was a crucial play, like third down and long, defense would get a flag, or they were getting close or having a good drive, they would get a
Yeah,
pass interference or holding call. So every time they were doing good, something held them back because they had about, I think, 11 or 12 flags. They had the most flags they've ever had this
that's
season,
bonkers.
but it was every time it was crucial. Like they sacked Powell. It's 3rd and 20. Then he bombs it, but then you get a roughing the passer or a holding call, so now they get a free play. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the little stuff, the dumb stuff that was keeping them in the game, which I feel like they should have just had a hold of
Yeah,
anyways. But this is the team that stopped them from being undefeated last year, and they still played well. So, um, I think they're better than last year, in my opinion. I mean, um, like I said, they have decent players, but the Eagles, I don't know, man. I'm just like, fuck.
they got a good
Howie,
one today.
Howie, Howie's teasing us, man, because they keep throwing Buda Baker out there getting
Yeah,
traded, but he's on injured reserve right now. So, like, do you really want to do that? I mean, they're thinking about trading a player in a draft pick to get Buda Baker, who's not even healthy
yeah,
yet. So that to me is a little sketchy. So then they signed Roby, which I think is good for depth. Um, Jacoby Dean has not been playing good, what they thought he would, and
yeah.
so Morrow, this guy coming off the practice squad, snapped last week, looked like a stud of a linebacker who's probably going to get the starting spot now over Dean, who we thought was going to be great. 3 tackles for a loss. He had a forced fumble. I think he had double-digit tackles. Dude was all over the field. I'd love to see that. I mean, we haven't had a solid linebacker. I want one of those linebackers. Like I've always said that for the longest time. We never had a solid receiver since T.O. Obviously now we have AJ
Yeah,
Brown and Devontae Smith, but I'm saying like that big gap. T.O. I mean, how long ago was that?
that was wild. Yeah,
Like an
mid
actual
two
deep,
thousands. I feel like.
yeah, like an actual deep threat receiver. All right, we finally got Devontae Smith to start it, and then we get AJ Brown. Cool, solid. I mean, we have Goddard still. Goddard needs to get involved more. I feel like it will help.
I like him a
Goddard's
lot.
good, man. He doesn't use him as much, but they have Swift now too, so they're a team more this year where like Jalen doesn't have to run as much as
Yeah,
he did last year
but
because
I prefer for fantasy points.
everybody would, I promise you. Swift has 21 less carries than Christian McCaffrey and is only 100 yards off the same rushing yards as him.
That's bonkers. I know
21
Stanford is
carries.
feeding McCaffrey.
So it's like, okay, we can't pass the ball, then we can run the ball. Can't run the ball, okay, we can pass the ball. They're kind of like in that mixed offense now. It's a lot of play action, a lot of quick decision making. But Jalen, to me, last week, I felt looked the best passing he has this year so far. Confidence wise and throwing bombs to AJ Brown. I was so happy to finally see AJ Brown involved.
Oh yeah,
Last time I talked to you, AJ Brown wasn't doing crap.
and you told me that.
But
Like,
now, because he can do
very.
it, man, it's a confidence thing. Like, do you trust my guy? And Jalen does trust AJ Brown, but sometimes Jalen will force it. There's a
Yeah,
big difference where trusting and then forcing. Like, okay, obviously he's not open, he's double coverage, but he still would throw to him. Like, dude, don't do that. 1-on-1, bomb it up there, see what he can do. He might get a flag, or he might catch it, or he might drop it. I mean, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I'm I'm happy that they pulled off the win. I'm still very curious about the defense. The D line is fantastic. They're
How's my
out with Fletcher Cox today, by the way.
how's my rookie of the year doing?
He's doing exactly what you thought he'd be doing.
There
He's
we go.
Everybody is talking about him like every week. He's a
I'm
beast,
telling
dude.
you, man.
He's going through two people. He's going through two people every time,
Boy
dude.
can ball.
My dude, like you should have seen one of the plays last week. They tried double teaming him. I mean, the dude just bulldozed the guy on the left, like legit, just stiff armed him. Then the other guy was like trying to grab on dear life for him, and then he got Sam Howell. Like he's just a fucking beast. I hope he just stays consistent. He has been.
Oh yeah.
He might get rookie of the year, like you said, but I feel like C.J. Stroud might have that right now on the Texans. Just saying.
Yeah. I don't know. Bijan's there too.
Yep. So there's a lot of competition.
Did you see his move last week? I think it was.
Robinson,
Yeah.
yeah, his touchdown
Yes.
broke the
That
guy's ankles.
was wild.
It was like a Madden move.
Oh yeah. Um.
So overall, I'm still happy. The Eagles. I'm still curious to see how Jalen plays. He's not he's not living up to last year. I feel like he's still playing good, but he's not bombing it out like he was last year. Like he was going for MVP last year.
But
So
here's the thing. That's a good thing though, because you don't have to rely on
right,
Jalen. You have
correct,
other weapons.
correct.
So, and then you have Swift. I mean, like I said before the season started, I think you guys will be fine.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just a different look this year.
yeah, yeah.
A different look,
So,
same style, but different coaches too. It's
yeah,
I think it's more so the play calling and them communicating will get better every week because they're all new. You know,
exactly.
it's a new offensive coordinator, it's a new defensive coordinator. I mean, that's a big deal. You know, I mean, you got somebody that's been there for a while connecting with Jalen, and then all of a sudden, like, hey, I'm the new guy. I'm gonna mix it up. We're gonna try something new here, and he's got to adjust with the coach, and the coach got to adjust with him. It's like a two-sided card kind of deal. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah,
if you're not both doing your job, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna mess up. And I feel like I seen that better last week. But the defense, passing wise, needs to get their shit together. I don't know why they are starting
Yeah.
What is this guy's name? I can't even remember it because of how pissed off I am right now. Because they had to put Bradbury in the slot
Yeah.
because of the injuries. Vontae Maddox has been hurting us like hell. He's always hurt. Did you know Reddick is a cornerback?
So while you look that up, I guess I'll throw you the same question.
Go ahead.
What is it? Are you happy right now? Is there, because you had the prediction. I'm looking at the schedule. I kind of don't see you guys losing until that uh, week. What is it? Well,
The
I don't know
Dolphins
when.
game.
Well, no. Uh,
Honestly, though, as a Dolphins fan, because you know you're not an Eagles fan,
yeah,
how do you seen how the Eagles have been playing in 4 weeks? Because I'm curious on your take, since
yeah,
you're not a fan, because you know fans will say good shit about their team anyways.
yeah.
Um, how do you think? What is your take on the Eagles? How do they look to you right now?
I think my observation is they're they're not as pow. And this is they're not as powerful as I thought. Like
Yep.
they're making it out to be. They have flaws, you know.
Right. And every
Like you
team
said,
does. Every team
oh yeah,
does.
like you said, their defense, their passing defense, that's something that Mike McDaniel can look into it here in not next week, but the week after Sunday Night Football. Um, but that's something they should look at, take advantage of,
Yeah.
and if they're not finding that, go to the ground game. But I don't see Philly if they beat Miami. That's a big if. I don't see them losing until maybe that week 9.
They do get a tougher schedule in the second half of the season. They got a lot of good
Yeah,
opponents.
that week 9 is against Dallas. I think they can go 8-0, and they maybe lose that one, go 8-1. But I want to ask, how is your feelings about Philly this season? You've watched them. Are they, below average to your expectations?
Cornerback, by the way, is Josh Joby from Alabama. He fucking sucks. Dude blows coverage like a motherfucker. He's only 5'11". Um, so before I get into that, I'm happy they signed Bradley Roby. He is
Oh, Bradley. I
Bradley
said
Roby.
Reggie Roby before the podcast. What, are they related? They have to be.
Probably. I think as long as they get the defense taken care of better, they'll be okay. Jalen needs to stay confident, and the coaches need to do better play calling. Their play calling is not the same as last year, and I feel like they just need to get a rhythm together, and they'll eventually figure it out. Like I said, last year, even though how good they played last year, they still had close games. We lost to the Commanders. We almost lost to the Bears. I mean, there's close games last year too that I need to remember. The Lions as well. It's
That's
just,
what.
it's just the fact that they went to the Super Bowl last year. They played their heart out, but what was the reason why they lost the Super Bowl last year? The defense, the passing defense.
And a
Mahomes.
couple bad penalties that should have been.
Yep, I know. And
So,
Jalen legit. I don't know if he'll ever play a game like that ever again. The dude couldn't have done any more than what he did.
yeah, I agree with that.
He missed like 3 passes, 3 touchdowns, rushing touchdown. Can't say it enough, but
You, you know,
he's
I've
Josh Joby. Josh Joby. Goddamn it, Bradley Roby, who we just signed. He's 5'11", 194 pounds, and he's 31 years old.
okay.
He's had 11 interceptions in his career. Just want to throw that stat out because I don't know if he's
Okay.
playing. I don't know if he's playing today, but he did get activated from the practice squad.
You guys have the Rams today, right?
We have at LA the Rams at 4 o'clock, but
Ooh,
Cooper Cup got
he's
activated.
back.
He's back.
Uh-oh.
But
I feel
Bradbury and Slay are back in the corners.
here's where you take advantage of that defense. They have to find a way to get it to Cup.
They are, because they have Cup and they have what's his face that's been blowing up out of nowhere. Pakua, what's his name?
Yeah, and Puka or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the
I
dude's
know,
been
yeah.
he's new,
He's a
right?
rookie, ain't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Jake,
I have a feeling I'm not going to be surprised if today's another close game. They still have Aaron Donald. I mean, Stafford still can throw balls. I mean, passing yard wise, I mean, I could see this being a high scoring game again.
can I be honest?
No. Yes,
if if the Eagles played the way they did last week, I think you guys might get beat
I agree.
because the Rams, they're coming off of an awful season last year. Um, and they're pissed off and they wanted then, Stafford's pissed, they have Nakua. They got some weapons
And they've
and
almost beat the Niners.
that's true.
They
That
only
is
lost
true.
by a touchdown.
You're right.
And
So
but
beat anybody.
they lost to the Bengals.
That's something I want to get into a little bit later. I can't wait to talk about that. But you're right.
But then the Broncos blew them out
So
in
what
preseason.
Rams are we getting?
That was a
Oh, wait, you said
preseason.
in preseason, you ass.
Yeah, so here's the Rams real quick before you say what you want. They beat the Seahawks by 17. They
True.
only
Yeah.
they only lost to the Niners by 7, but they still scored 23 points. Niners are a good team. I got the Niners going almost all the way this year. They
I would
they
agree.
they only lost to the Bengals by a field goal, and they beat the Colts by 6 points. So they're like a team. They're
They're
still
like
trying to
hit and miss, man.
yeah, they're trying to figure themselves out. Still, I
Yeah.
guess they still got good coaches. They still got good players. They're not the same like the Super Bowl team,
Oh yeah.
but I think it's going to come down to the defense today. I do.
I agree. I do think Philly goes into SoFi, and I think they win. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as you think it is. To be honest,
Think it'll be
I
low.
I think it'll be low. I think the defenses will step up. I'm going 27-21 Philly.
Okay.
I think. And then Swift goes off just because fantasy. So
I could see them using Swift more today than last week
yeah,
to control the defense or keep Stafford off the field and to wear down the defense.
yeah,
Because who else do they have on defense other than Aaron Donald that's a threat right now? They lost Jalen Ramsey.
yeah.
Um there was somebody else. Was Von Miller on that team on the Super Bowl?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I didn't think so either. Was it Bobby Wagner?
I think it was Wagner, to
I
be
knew it was one
honest.
of those guys, but Bobby Wagner's back on the Seahawks. I don't know much. There's another team I don't know much about that I just don't really
Yeah.
look into. You know what I mean? Stafford,
I
of
mean,
course.
they got Jordan Fuller at safety. And
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Michael Hocht.
Tyron Matthew, maybe? Or is he on the Saints?
No, Matthews on the Saints.
Okay.
But I mean, like you're right. Besides like Donald, I can't really picture, them. I don't know, man. They're just like a team that's,
There.
you're right, are trying to find their identity like there. I just think they're coming off of, I think it was one of the worst, if not the worst season a Super Bowl team has ever like that's won the Super Bowl, and then the next year just absolutely kerplunked.
Right.
And they're pissed off. Matthew Stafford will make a name again. And then I think they got to get Williams going too. Um, Kyron Williams, I know they love uh, Puku, Puku Nakwa. That dude's a stud. I know we were talking about it. He is
Mm-hmm.
really good. They got Cup. Nakua, Tutu Atwell, and then you got Higby at tight end. They have weapons. It's just how, in certain situations, where to use them.
Right.
So, what do you predict the outcome will be today?
For the Eagles Rams.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's going to be between the defense. I think they're going to run the ball more than passing last week because I think Rams defense isn't that good with the run. Aaron Donald's the only threat once again. But also a stat that I've seen, I wanted to go back to the linebacker I was talking about, Moro. So Nakobe Dean's only played one game this year because he's been hurt. Moro's played three, and he leads almost the defense in sacks.
Okay.
And he's had tackles for loss 5. He's got 16 total tackles, 3 sacks. He has the most sacks on defense right now. Right below Josh Sweat and Jordan Davis.
This brings me to my question about your passing defense. Are you guys healthy, like in the secondary?
No, we're not. Sidney Brown's
See,
been
that's why.
Avante Maddox is out for the year.
What happened there?
I think it was something with his ACL or his bicep. I can't remember. He's a starter, but he's always hurt. He's hurt every year because they say they're going to probably get rid of him after this year.
Yeah.
Blankenship just returned last week or the game against Tampa Bay, and like I said, they've been down to the point where Bradbury had to move into the slot. So then Josh Joby, who doesn't usually start, had to start. He's a smaller guy. He's played all games though. Um, let's see. Avante Maddox played 2 games this year. It's the secondary that's hurting us.
Like, yeah, like
Sydney,
not to make excuses, but
Sydney,
it's injuries.
Sydney Brown, who we drafted last year, who was supposed to start, is hurt as well. So we got about 3 safety or defensive backs out right now.
I mean, that's why our secondary's hurt.
Pectoral
And,
is what his injury was.
see,
He got hurt at
that's
the
so tough.
Minnesota. He got hurt at the Minnesota game. So it's the secondary, and that's why they signed Ruby. It's the
Oh yeah,
veteran experience. It's kind of similar to the Malcolm Jenkins signing, but he's not going to be like Jenkins.
yeah.
So, but also another signing that's been good. Zach Cunningham is the leading tackler right now,
Okay.
and he's the linebacker. He's almost 30 tackles right now, and he's a big dude. 6'3", 238 pounds from Vanderbilt. He was drafted in 2017 by Houston. But we were supposed to have, what was it? Who did we sign from the Titans and then he retired? He was supposed to play and then he retired after we signed him.
Oh, I know you're talking.
Yeah, like dude, we signed Zach Cunningham and then we got him and then we were like, okay, defense is looking better. And then he's like, nah, I don't feel like playing anymore. We're like, bro, we just signed you. Like, what?
What the hell?
Nicholas Morrow is the guy I am looking out for today. I want to see more
Okay.
of his consistency, and I want to see Roby be involved today. I want to see how Bradbury is back in the cornerback position as well. Those 3 players on defense. I'm not worried about Fletcher Cox being out. We have the D line depth. Him being out does not affect that at all. He's going to be on the sideline still coaching them. He's just another depth piece. He'll be gone by this year anyways. I hope Derek Barnett is gone by this year, by the way. I
Yeah.
hate him. He is trash. He was such a waste of a first-round pick. Jordan Davis, Brandon Graham is still doing well. You got, my God, I can't think of the names right now. Why? I used to know all these players' names. There's so many different
Because
people.
you probably gotten pissed off at all of
Yeah, well, because they keep signing these players and then they get hurt and then they're not playing and then somebody else new comes from the practice squad and is playing. Like that's how it's been almost every other week for our team. Like Quez Watkins is supposed to start, but then Zacchaeus is coming out of nowhere and being the third receiver for us, and I don't even know anything about him, but he's playing good. He had that nice touchdown. Remember we were talking about it? I don't know if I lost you, Joey. Joey,
You froze.
you froze for me.
You froze for me.
So what did you hear last?
Um, I don't know because it was like in and out.
So back to the defense.
Yeah.
Still have Jordan. You just still have Josh Sweat, who did great last year, still doing good this year. Still have Jordan Davis. Obviously, he's doing great this year. You have Jalen Carter, still doing good this year. I mean, we have Brandon Graham, still doing good this year. I mean, I'm not worried. Not worried about
Oh
the
yeah.
defensive line. I never am. That's like probably the strongest thing other than the offensive line and receivers. So I'm looking for Bradbury back in his position. I want to see if Roby gets involved, how he does with the signing, if he's still rusty, if he can still play. And then I also want to see how the passing defense is. I want to see
Yeah.
if they can just get better because Cooper
Yeah.
Cup will be all over that field if they don't figure him out.
Oh yeah. What's your prediction?
Prediction for the game or for the week?
Yeah, for the game.
I think they will. I think Jalen Hurts will have a rushing touchdown. I think DeAndre Swift will have a rushing touchdown. I think DeAndre Swift will have over 100 yards rushing today, less passing yards for the offense. 23-21 Eagles.
Okay. But you
Because
wouldn't be surprised if it's higher than that.
I would not. Stafford
Okay.
Stafford is one of the comeback players. He was like that with the Lions. He will throw
Yeah.
till his body falls apart. So, and that's what I've always liked watching about him. I got to give him. I was always happy to see him finally win a Super Bowl because that dude played his heart out at Detroit. Didn't get
Oh
enough.
yeah.
I think he never got enough credit than what he deserved. So, what are your biggest things you're looking for this week?
Um, I'm looking for Tua to bounce back. Um, I'm looking for the offensive line. I really hope they focused on what went wrong. Um, Achan, I would probably put him at one right now over Mozart because he's had back to back 100-yard games. So I want, like you said, I want the passing defense. Like we are in the secondary. We don't have Ramsey, Needham.
When is he
We don't
coming
have
back? By the way.
Ramsey is like mid to late October. So
Okay, so
this month
perfect timing for your.
for a playoff push.
Yep,
But
and he'll be fully healthy.
yeah. I just want to see my, like you said to me earlier in the week, that was like a wake up call. So I want to see how the whole team bounces back. To be honest, this is the Giants, so like
Destroy them.
yeah. So I'm like they're 12.5 favorites
Which is one of the highest spreads so far this year, by the
this
way,
week. Is it really?
of
Holy
this
of
year.
this year.
Yep, it was also on the
Um,
radio on the way home today.
that's wild. I didn't know that. The things you don't know. I personally, my thing, I think Tua has another 400-yard game today.
400,
I think he has another 400-yard game today.
400 passing. Or are you talking about total offensive
400
yards?
passing.
Oh my goodness.
400 passing.
Oh my lord.
Remember what I told you week one? What did I say? I said 400. I have 466 tattoo.
I'm surprised you don't have a tattoo of Tua's face on you yet.
Almost. If we win the Super Bowl, there will be a tat coming. So,
Okay.
but
I'm gonna hold you to that.
okay, all right.
And like I said, I want to make this clear right now. The bet's still on for the Dolphins Eagles game. Just let you
Oh yeah,
know.
oh yeah. Which is coming up here in a few weeks. So
About a month. I think it's about a month.
No, literally in 2 weeks.
Oh, really? I thought it was in November.
Now it's in October.
Shit.
It's the week at. It's I leave on Friday, get back next Thursday, I think,
Oh
and then
shit. Sunday
that
night,
Sunday
right?
is the game. Yeah, Sunday night. Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to take off work Monday. Yeah, because we were gonna go to
No,
that. We're gonna try to go to that.
yeah.
Have you seen the ticket
It's
prices?
I don't even want to know right now.
280
Poof. But plus the
plus the
fees. So
parking, plus the
that's about
food,
another 60,
plus the
another
beer,
40, another
plus the
30.
tolls and gas.
Yeah,
Easily
right.
$500 a day.
Probably not gonna happen. But no, that's gonna be a fun episode
Yeah.
to do with you.
I feel like we have to just talk nothing but about that game, that
Oh
episode.
God, I don't think anything will be discussed except that game. But to just wrap up the Dolphins, I what I want to see, I want Tua to bounce back. I want the O line to bounce back. Giving up 4 sacks after giving up one the first threes. I want the running game to get going again. And I think Tua has 400. Tyreek has 2 tutties. Waddle has 2 tutties. We win 49-10. So
Before we get to the week predictions of overall this week, because the game starts in 4 minutes, believe it or not.
I mean, we can roll through this thing.
Oh no rush for right now. I want to know who do you have as MVP right now still?
As MVP,
Yep,
Tua.
you got Tua as MVP right
I
now.
still have Tua as MVP. Yeah.
I don't.
Who do you have as MVP?
Christian Caffrey.
Here. Oh, come on.
Who do you have rookie of the
Actually,
year?
actually, I think Christian is two. Two is one from what I saw last. Two was
Yeah.
one. Christian's two.
Yep.
Um,
I don't know who'd be number three, to be honest with
I
you.
can't remember who's three.
Probably a lot of players number three.
But yeah,
What about rookie?
honestly, one, two is I still, man, that's tough.
I got to give
You
it to
did you say
Stroud.
Stroud? Did
Stroud
you say
right now,
Stroud in
dude.
the year?
He has no interceptions and 1,200 yards passing right now.
He has no. I didn't know that.
And he's on the Texans.
That's impressive. Oh,
Him and the rookie receiver are connecting, and then they have the rookie linebacker as well.
Zay Flowers, maybe. I didn't know that about.
I just seen
Yeah,
it
I'll go
today.
Stroud.
It's just impressive with the Texans. You know what I mean?
1,200 yards.
Yeah, he's killing it, dude. His stats, he's doing really good. He's making smart decisions.
You know what pains me? He's a Buckeye. Ugh. All right.
I mean, I really just, I don't. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
That's a wild stat.
6 touchdowns, 1,212 yards
Yeah,
passing.
he might actually get it.
Um, no interceptions. He has thrown. He didn't throw any. So yeah, the first week he didn't throw any touchdowns, but the last 3 weeks he's thrown 2 touchdowns each, and they've been bombs. 68, 52.
I do remember that from him playing for Ohio State at Ohio State.
He can throw.
Yeah, but he was inaccurate a lot of the times.
It seems like like he has a lot of passes, so it seems like
Yeah,
it's only
he must have worked on it or something.
he's talked. He said he worked with Joe Burrow over the summer. That's why Joe Burrow isn't playing good.
Listen, all right, we can. I don't know how long you want to roll with this, but I mean, I got no time. But
We can choose the picks for week 5 since the
week five.
games.
All right, let's roll week 5 picks here.
You started off.
All right. So we got the early morning game, Jags Bills. I am going Jags.
Bills,
Okay. Texans Falcons.
Texans.
That's gonna be a really good game.
Stroud's about to blow them up.
Really? You think so?
How he's been playing now, and
Yeah.
The Falcons aren't good, man.
Yeah.
Their
I'll,
defense is not good at all.
no, you're right. I'll go Texans as well. Uh, Panthers Lions.
Oh,
Panthers are 0-4. Bryce is coming back.
are they really 0-4?
Yeah.
I thought they won one game.
Dolphins have them next week.
Amon St. Brown is out. Jameer Gibbs is out, but they still
I
have.
honestly don't think it'll matter.
No, I don't think so either because Jameson Williams is coming back from a suspension. I got the Lions, man. I still got Golf doing it, and they still got decent players on defense. Hutchinson.
Says here Lions are favored by 9. I got Lions by at least 15.
Oh, yeah, Lions definitely. At least by 10.
This is an interesting matchup coming here. Titans Colts.
Jonathan
Richardson,
Taylor's back. Richardson's back.
Taylor, Colt. I know Carlos probably be listening to this. I did not say the Colts will have a great season. They're 3-2. That AFC South, man, they are beating up on each other right
They
now.
are. But I did hear the Colts defensive backs are both out. So they said they were predicting Tannehill having a passing game this week.
Okay.
So I got Titans. I'm going to agree with what they said. With D Hop, I think D Hop's going to have a good game tonight.
Oh man.
Something about the Titans, man. We're a playoff team 2 years ago. They were almost there. Derrick Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry's still Derrick Henry, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got the Titans.
I'll go Titans as well. Saints Patriots.
Is Derek Carr back? And Kamara is back.
All Kamara is off his suspension, isn't he?
And the Patriots lost their best defensive player, but they got a trade from the Chargers for the cornerback CJ, what was his name? CJ Jackson, cornerback. So they got him replacing for their rookie cornerback that was playing good. But Matt Jones is playing shit. So.
Here's the thing about the Saints. I'm looking at they beat the Titans 16-15, beat the Panthers 2017, lost to the Packers. They blew a 17-point lead.
Yeah, they should have won that game. Derek Carr got hurt that game.
Yeah, they got smoked against the Bucks. Mac Jones still needing a breakout game. I think this might be it.
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I got Saints.
I think this might be it. As much as it pains me, I think Mac Jones has a really good game.
Really?
And I think it's at the Patriots. Boston's not happy with the current state of football.
No.
I think Mac Jones gets the dub here.
Okay. What's the point spread? Do you know?
Point spread.
I think it's like 4 or 5 something. Love the glasses, by the way.
Thank you so much.
The fact that it's Dolphins is even better.
Dolphins. Yeah.
Did you do that to yourself, or is it sold like that?
My no, that's sold like that. My wifey saw it. And
Where'd you get it?
Here you go. I think it was Amazon. She got it from.
I gotta look it up.
1.5 to New England.
Wow.
I guarantee you because it's at home. Otherwise, it would have been the other way around.
It's at New England.
Yeah.
I got Saints still.
Okay. Kind of a tricky game this week. Ravens Steelers. Kenny Pickett not expected to be back, but announced this morning he's back. I still got Lamar. Ravens.
Ravens and who?
Ravens and Steelers.
Oh, Steelers are they're just bad right now, man. It's so sad to see the Steelers, how low they are falling after years and years and years of being such a playoff contending team every year. I got Ravens. I think they're gonna just not even make it close.
Yeah. Dolphins, Giants.
Dolphins, without a doubt. I think, like you said, Tua either is going to blow up or the running back's either going to blow up. Somebody on offense will blow up today. Actually, you know what? I want to see Claypool get a touchdown today.
Oh, okay.
If he's playing,
Okay.
well, no, he's out today. Never mind.
He's out. He's out today, but in the next few weeks,
I want to see Waddle get a touchdown. He's been out 2 weeks.
yeah, I think he might get a tutty today. I think Tyreek gets two. I think Tua throws for 400. I'm 1 for 1 on that prediction.
You
So I
are.
mean, call me Nostradamus if this happens again. If the Dolphins lose, I will shave my head. Dolphins win 49-10. Uh, Eagles, Rams.
Go Birds.
You got Eagles.
Close.
Philly's favored by 4.
I agree with that spread. Like I said, it's all up to the defense how they play today.
I got Philly in a close one.
Yep.
I think Philly's going to win. In Fox's game of the week in the 4 o'clock games, which is Bengals travel to the Cardinals
Wow.
after Josh Dobbs' blow up last week.
And the Cardinals confirmed they are done with Murray after this season.
Yeah.
I
Since he's favored by 3,
don't even know why they're favored because Cardinals have been a team that they can upset better teams.
hence Dallas.
Yeah. You know what? I got Cardinals.
I'm not going to be surprised if the Cardinals win. The thing I will say about the Bengals, Jamar Chase is getting pissed. If you saw his interview after the game last week, he's always fucking open.
T. Higgins is out.
T. Higgins is out. I didn't know that. Oh boy. I honestly believe they're 1-3 right now. They're not expected to be 1-3 right now. They haven't seen this in a while. I think Burrow is more injured than he is leading on, and he
Yeah.
won't say it.
Agreed.
I think the calf is really hurting him.
I think he's questionable today, by the way.
Is he really?
I believe he is questionable.
I think the Bengals are in the Dolphins situation. If Burrow goes down, they got no backup. So with that being said, I think Cardinals.
I think Cardinals as well.
I think the Cardinals will win, and don't be surprised if they win by 10. To be honest.
Mm-hmm. James Conner, baby.
James Conner. In the CBS primetime 425 slot, Jets, Broncos.
Ugh. God.
Sean Payton with words from Nathaniel Hackett, if you remember, saying one of the worst coaching performances he's ever seen of all time. So that might come into play.
Jets.
Do you think Wilson's going to turn around?
Yep. Jets have a better defense. I don't see anything on the Broncos. I don't see anything. Where
Denver's
does
favored by 2.5.
Denver's favored? Why? Why are they favored?
Yeah, because it's at home, I guarantee you.
That doesn't matter.
I know.
They act like home field advantage is a thing anymore. Other than for baseball.
Right.
But the Phillies beat the Braves last night anyway, so
I knew you would be happy about
um I got Jets.
that. I'm going Broncos.
I think Broncos just are trying to get a first overall pick.
It wouldn't surprise me if they kind of tanked for Williams.
Everybody's about to.
Yeah. Chiefs, Vikings.
Chiefs.
Vikings might be the best 1-3 team we've ever seen.
Yeah, they should have another win there. They've been in close games.
Or 3.
Chiefs, man.
Chiefs are favored by 3.5. They got Taylor Swift on their side. Do you know what they're called now?
What are they called?
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift together? Trailer. I think the Chiefs win by a landslide. To be honest.
Can I just say, am I the only one that doesn't give a shit about Taylor Swift being in football?
I personally, I don't really give a
Do
shit
they
either.
not remember Tony Romo's wife always being there?
Wait, are you talking about what's her name, Carrie Underwood?
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Who the fuck cares? She's there like any other person watching the fucking game. It's the
All I
fact.
know,
It's the media. Every time she's
exactly.
cheering, they make sure they have the camera on her, so it's making it look like, oh my god, I'm cheering for Kelsey. No, she's not. She's being a fucking fan at a football game like anybody else in the stadium. I absolutely hate the media that does this dumb shit. I don't care about her.
Travis Kelsey's jerseys did spike 400% since announced.
He should already be like that. He has a
Yeah, exactly.
podcast. He has a documentary. No one needs Taylor Swift in NFL right now, okay? The only Swift we need is DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift.
But continue on. I had to get that out.
No, you're good. I think she's like today. The nightcap tonight, and probably besides last week's Dolphins Bills game, probably will be slated as
Got out again.
we lost Frankie.
Nope, we're back now.
We're back. Okay.
I don't know why I did that again, but
No, you're good.
continue as you were saying after the Chiefs game.
No, you're good. The most anticipated game I feel like of the season now, besides that Bills game last week, Sunday night nightcap, Niners, Cowboys in Santa Clara.
Yes, it is the game of the week.
I agree as well.
God, I hope Purdy fucks Cowboys up because he's on my
I
fantasy.
hope so too.
And because, oh yeah, you have to. Sorry. Well, in my money league, I'm starting Purdy. So it's Jared Goff or Purdy. I'm starting Purdy.
Oh yeah, I'd start Purdy. San Fran 3.5 point favorites.
It's at San Fran.
It's at San Fran, yeah.
Oh man, please just fuck up the Cowboys. Just please don't give the Cowboys fans any more faith than what you already have, because one week they're sucking off Dak, the next week they want nothing to do with him. And they say we're fake fans.
Who, Philly?
That's what the Cowboys say about us all the time. Because
you guys have bitter enemies.
look, all I'm gonna say is we haven't talked shit on Jalen yet. They talk shit on Dak till they go to the postseason, and then they love him.
Yeah,
but then when they lose, they hate him. They want to get rid of him. Saying
that's true.
Jalen lost postseason last year. Do we want to get rid of him? No, we signed him to a contract. I got 49ers, but in all honesty, I think it's going to be a defensive game overall.
I agree. Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy, since he has become the full-time starter, has not lost a game.
He hasn't lost a game?
Has not lost the game. I would have picked the Cowboys if this was in
Dallas.
Dallas. However, I feel like Purdy is connecting so much with Debo, with Ayuk too.
Ayuk, Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey.
I mean, he's got weapons. I think the Niners win, and I do think it'll be a close one.
Oh yeah,
it might be a field goal, but I do think Niners win. Cowboys fall to 3-2. All hell's going to break loose in Dallas if that happens.
What did I say in the beginning? My prediction: Trey Lance will start at the end of the season. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, if Dak
That's
plays,
still a prediction for you.
yes,
Still on the
yes,
docket.
Dak doesn't have good stats right now. He's not playing great.
You're
I
right. He
mean,
really isn't.
he's not. I just traded him, so just as a side note, Dak Prescott, um, Aaron Jones, and I threw in Jalen Waddle for David Montgomery and DK Metcalf. But I didn't need a quarterback because I already have Purdy and Goff. So I
Yeah,
didn't lose them, and Aaron Jones has been hurt.
that's true.
David
That's not a bad.
Montgomery
Yeah,
and Metcalf have been playing great,
they're
and
popping off.
Waddle's been hurt too.
Yeah,
So
and to round out the slates, Monday night tomorrow, Packers Raiders. Yeah. Only
ew,
one Monday night game this week though,
thank God.
which I kind of like.
It was a good mix at first. The
It was,
seven,
but it just kind of got annoying.
yeah, I mean, the seven. I like it better when the Eagles played at like 7:30. It was
Oh yeah,
nice that it didn't start as late. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because they bombard you with commercials,
exactly. And
pre-game
then
show.
both games are on a commercial at the same time.
Correct. I like that they did that, but they shouldn't do it every week.
Exactly, I agree. Maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe
Gar-
for the big time games,
Garoppolo is back, I believe, this week. By the way,
Jimmy G's back. That might make a difference. To be
Adams
honest.
isn't happy. Jacobs isn't happy. The team's not happy.
Mm,
Is it at LA?
Vegas is favored. Yeah, Vegas is favored. It's in Vegas.
I got Packers.
You got Packers.
I got
I
Packers.
probably will say Packers as well.
They're not happy. They're not going to play
Yeah.
100%. They're not happy.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Love is
Um,
actually playing good this year, believe it or not.
Jordan Love is. He's definitely over playing of what I would thought he would be.
Agreed. He's also a top 5 fantasy quarterback right now.
That is true. That is true. And while we are currently live, the Jaguars are driving. They are at Buffalo's, I believe, 14-yard line right now.
Nobody scored yet.
Nobody scored yet. Still nothing, nothing. A little trickery to the outside. We should. Um, the bye weeks are the Browns, Chargers, Seahawks, so they get bye weeks. We'll wrap it up. But is there anything that this week, any games you'll be tuned into?
Both of our games, of course, and like I said, really tonight's game, I want to see how the Cowboys go up against one of the top NFC teams right now. I honestly have the Niners as the top NFC team right now, and then the Eagles are a top 3. But we're not. I mean, I'm going to be honest. We're not the number 1 NFC team right now. I feel like
agree.
overall, I think the Niners are. I don't see a weakness there so far. I mean, they have good coaching. They got good play calling. They got all the weapons. They can run. They can pass. Purdy's hot. We have injuries, like they don't. It hurts us. It's part of the game. It's not an excuse. It's just what happens. And I want to see how the Dolphins come back from that loss. Actually, they really do. And you guys are playing the Giants, so I hope you guys are right, and I hope you destroy them.
Yeah.
So. But other than that, man, I think that's really my game of the week, and I just hope both our fantasy teams do well as well.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, I want to see how the defense does today. I really want to see how they do.
Right there with you. Especially the.
I want to see your defense, and I want to see my defense, how they both do, because that's their weakness right now. If they have one, it's that. So
yes.
Not the offense by far.
So I believe there will be no episode next week.
There will not.
I will be out. But after next week, it's Dolphins and Eagles.
It is
Sunday night.
It is.
Oh baby,
it's about to get spicy.
Wait. Listen,
it gets spicy.
If you guys are tuning in for the first time, thank you so much. But when that happens here in the next few weeks, you guys will want to buckle up because it's about to get real.
Oh yeah,
real spicy.
About to get real spicy up in here. Thank you for joining the Huddle Podcast with J Vote Gaming. Make sure you check them out on Twitch, Huddle Pod on Twitter and YouTube. We have a Discord as well. Like I said, if you want to join it, ask questions, post your pictures, your game day predictions. Real quick, are you making anything special today for your Sunday game day?
Today, no, I just think it's kind of a relaxed day.
I am actually we're switching over to trying a dairy-free diet for baby Hank because
Okay.
it is upsetting his stomach. So far,
Okay.
so today I got buffalo chicken dip stuff, but I had
What's the
to,
kick?
had to get the dairy-free mozzarella cheese and organic cream cheese.
Okay.
So
I
we'll
will
see what
say
happens.
this. I don't think you can really taste the difference. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe in like a buffalo chicken dip.
Right.
If you like taste it plain, then yeah.
So like coffee
Wow.
today, I didn't get cream. I got almond milk.
How is that?
Almond milk is actually not bad. I used to have it in protein shakes. Oh, it's actually not bad. But I prefer the chocolate over vanilla.
So chocolate almond milk.
Yes, it's good for protein shakes, and it's not bad. It's really not.
Okay.
I like almonds already, so.
I hate almond.
Oh, I love them.
Uncle. No.
But thank you so much as well, buddy. Like I said, I appreciate
Absolutely,
sticking
bud.
to this. Sorry we had to cancel both past weeks. Shit happens.
Shit
But
happens, man.
guess what? Football doesn't stop, and that's what's fun about it. Not yet, at least.
Right. That's right. Frankie, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you back. It's go time here in about the next couple weeks.
I ain't saying nothing.
I might paint my face.
You won't do it.
You don't think I'll paint my face?
You won't do it.
You fucking watch me paint my face. Much love. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye,
You
everybody.
as well, bro.
Keep the J's.
Peace out.
Peace.